Test, 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 test. Okay. Alright. Alright, so I'm supposed to be streaming from C for the stream. Okay.
There is in the Negate of Hell.
In this video, I'm going to go ahead and get it all set up. What I do is going to get connected to YouTube in the description of this video for you to go ahead and get it all set up. So once you have OBS Studio open, you're going to come here to the right hand side and we're going to select settings. The first thing we're going to do is going to get connected to YouTube. So you're going to come on the left, you're going to select stream. When it says service, you're going to click that and you're going to select YouTube RTMPS. Now you're going to have two options here. It's going to say connect account, which is the recommended and is the one I recommend as well, and then use your stream key. Now, before we go ahead and connect our account to YouTube, there's one important thing that you need to know. If you've never streamed to YouTube, you are going to need to go ahead and get approved, and it does take 24 hours for you to go ahead and gain access. The amount of subscribers and viewers and things that you have does not matter. You just need to get approved and request access, and it does take 24 hours. So let me go ahead and show you what that looks like if it's going to be your first time trying to stream on YouTube. So once you get logged into your YouTube channel, you're going to come to the top right and you're going to go ahead and select Go Live. Once you go ahead and select that, it's going to bring you to a screen just like this. It's going to say request access to streaming. Once you request it, it may take up 24 hours to gain access to live streaming. So you simply go ahead and, so once you've gone ahead and gotten approved, you can go ahead and continue to follow along with this Connect account. Once we do that, say continue to give access to OBS, and it's going to say authorization. And you're going to see here that now my account has been connected. Then you want to make sure you select here where it says ignore streaming service settings recommendations. You want to make sure that that is unchecked. Then you're going to go ahead and press OK. This is going to go ahead and pop up a window just like this. Now, because OBS integrates to YouTube, you're going to be able to monitor your YouTube chat directly inside of OBS. So you can see here, YouTube chat, once a broadcast has been created, your live stream chat would appear here, right? So we'll go ahead and live stream to be able to make sure that when it goes live. So you'll come here to the right and you're going to select manage broadcast. This is the benefit of connecting using the recommended option because you can customize everything directly inside of OBS. So you're going to go ahead and select create a new. new broadcast. You're going to name this broadcast. This is in place. So now that we have that in place, now we want to go ahead and set up our live stream to be able to make sure that when it goes live. So you'll come here to the right and you're going to select manage broadcast. This is the benefit of connecting using the recommended option, because you can customize everything directly inside of OBS. So you're going to go ahead and select create a new broadcast. You're going to name this your title of your stream. Make sure you utilize something that generates some curiosity, gets people to where it says privacy. This is extremely important, because if you have this on private or unlisted, make sure you have this on not for kids, and then you want to. And then as far as latency, I recommend leaving it at normal. That's going to give you the best quality. So then you can go ahead now, and when you do that, when you have it on public, you can go ahead and say create broadcast. Now, I don't recommend creating broadcast and start streaming, because you want to be able to set up your settings to make it look good. So I'm going to select create broadcast. It's going to say creating a new live broadcast. Please wait. You're going to see here that now on the left hand side, my chat is now available. So we want to jump over to YouTube to make sure that broadcast was created. Now remember, we're not live yet. So we'll come back here to YouTube to make sure that we're all ready to go. So on your YouTube channel, you're going to come to your profile icon. You're going to go ahead and select YouTube Studio. And then on the left hand side, you're going to select content. Then you're going to come to the top. You're going to select live, and you're going to see your broadcast here. What you want to select is this little icon here that says view in live control room. So once you click that, you're going to be able to see here that now our live has been created. We're not live yet, but it has been created for us. It's going to have our title, our description, everything is ready to go. So once you've done that, we now need to come back into OBS Studio. So just connecting your YouTube channel to OBS Studio is not everything you need to do. Now we need to make sure that your settings are correct, so that way your stream looks good. You don't want your stream to be laggy or to looks good. So let's go ahead and jump into OBS. Alright, so inside of OBS Studio, you're going to come to where it says settings. We're then going to go ahead and first we're going to double check our video. So you on YouTube, you can go ahead and stream higher than 1080p quality. But for this example, I'm going to use 1080p since most people are going to watch your stream on mobile, and that's all you really need. So you want to make sure you have 1920 by 1080, 1920 by 1080, and then your FPS, you want to have it at 60. This is what I recommend, but again, it's all going to be based on your computer and your internet speed. So if you do need to go ahead and lower this, you can go ahead and drop this to 30 to be able to make sure your quality looks good. So once you have that in place, we're going to come to where it says output. And these are going to be the settings that are going to be super important to make sure that your stream looks good. So you can come up top to output mode and select advanced. And then here for your encoder, you're going to have several options based on what you're utilizing. So typically you can use X264, or you can go ahead and use your graphic card if you are on a Windows. And if you are on a Mac, you want to use your hardware. Now, what bitrate you can utilize, go ahead and jump back into the computer. So you're going to want to come to a website called speedtest.net. Browse it.
Why?
In this video, on a Mac, you want to use your hardware. Find is going to be your upload. That our video bit range needs 10 upload. So that's going to be this number. I recommend is that whatever your uploads 60, and you can see here that's going to allow you to go as low as 2,250, meaning you can just have a 5 upload, right? So this article is going to be available for you in the description of this video. So now that we know that bit rate, we're going to come back here, right? So I know that I can go ahead and put 9,000 because my internet can support. Ready, we're going to go ahead and hit start streaming. And so that's going to say start streaming. You can see here that now we're live. So what we want to do is we want to go ahead and jump back over to YouTube to confirm that we're now sending over our stream. So you see here that now we are live. Everything is ready to go. Excellent condition. You're going to see here that I can monitor my chat, and now everything is ready to go, and I can start to go live with my audience. Now inside of OBS Studio, you're going to be able to manage your chat here on the left-hand side. But if you want to go ahead and have overlays and graphics to make your stream look professional, you want to go to streamdesigns.com, and I'll put a link in the description of this video where you can get overlays for your stream. And the package that I'm using here today is going to be called Shadow, that you can go ahead and find on Stream Designs along with other packages. So this is going to be the Shadow package, and that's going to go ahead and include everything that I need to make my stream look professional. You can see here that I'm going to go ahead and have my overlay screens, my panels, my alerts, everything that I need to make my stream look professional. So you can go to streamdesigns.com to be able to get overlays. And then once you go ahead and have your overlays to be able to know how to go ahead and get them all set up, go ahead and watch this video where I'll walk you step by step on how to set up overlays inside of OBS Studio to make your stream look professional. I'll see you guys in the next video.
Deep fakes here in Singapore have jumped 5 times in the last year alone. Now that is according to a report by fraud prevention firm SumSub. Authorities have been warning that deepfakes could be misused to commit cyber crimes. Nadia Zaidi tells us how accessible the technology has become.
Where do you want me to put this?
Just click it anyway. Yeah.
I'm used to speaking in front of the camera.
Hi, my name is Nadira, and I'm actually here to learn more about generative AI.
But I was not prepared for what happened next. The AI software quickly learned my speech
Free to create videos with it. Also, click the feedback button to share what you think. Hope you enjoy.
With this, I can put words in my mouth, quite literally. So I'm writing the AI a script, pretending to be a marketing professional looking to hire people for my company. It takes just another click of a button for my deepfake avatar to speak a language I don't.
Hi, 我叫娜蒂拉，我是一名营销专家，希望为我的公司雇佣5名新员工。您的技能符合我们的需求。Oh my god. Okay.
Too easy to use and misuse.
The scammers can also use it to their advantage. And if you think about the fact that we are now talking about all crimes, but new techniques. So if I was a scammer, I would use GenAI to create a fake job post, and then I take someone else's LinkedIn information and I do phishing. So I will target the person, and I can use the technology to create a fake looking HR manager so that the victim would think that he or she is communicating with a real person.
I learned from Kevin that these tools are also getting more sophisticated, making it easier than ever to create deepfakes, which makes me think that perhaps seeing is no longer believing.
And joining us tonight with more insights is Professor Mohan Kankankali. He's Dean of US School of Computing and Deputy Executive Chairman of AI Singapore. And we just heard that quick explanation of what can happen if you use AI for impersonation and scamming. Now, we are continually looking at regulations to check the various ways in which AI can be used and abused. In the instance of impersonation and scamming, can we fine-tune regulations so that they're better able to address this particular problem?
I think that's a great question, and in fact,
In this video, I'm going to show you
Hello and welcome. Today's video, we're going to be talking about the best streaming settings for OBS Studio to stream to YouTube. I know it's a bit different of well for me for streaming to YouTube, and I'll be kind of going over how you could tweak a bunch of these settings depending on the hardware you have and what computer you have. So starting off here, you'll obviously just go to the settings tab, and starting off with general, the only thing that's important here is obviously the theme. You can choose whatever theme you want. I'm just using the default one because I really don't care as much. As long as it's a dark theme, don't use the light theme. I don't think anybody uses the light theme, and if you do, comment below because you are special, I will say that much. But you'll also notice here that for the updates, I have it selected for beta releases. So basically, it'll be default with the stable release 29 for you all, and I've got some really awesome tips that are only... This one is kind of important for this video, but if you're watching this in the future, don't worry, all these settings will be in the default version. So going over to the stream tab, because I do to YouTube, I just have the YouTube RTMPS server. Obviously you can do to anything you want. You know, Twitch settings will be different than what I'm going to show you in this video. So if you're a Twitch streamer, maybe I'll do another video on that because I did use to stream to Twitch. So whatever I use, you could also use the backup ingest server, RTMP, but I usually use the primary server, being a little slow sometimes. And then I connected my account. So in key, instead of playing those, and if I want to click the... And now we're going to jump all the way down to the video tab here, because this is kind of the next step. I know it's not in order, but you can see that I'm streaming in 4K, so I have the base canvas resolution of 4K, and then I have my output scaled resolution at the same 4K. And because of that, resolutions match, so I don't need any downscaling, and I'm doing 4K at 60 FPS. I'll be talking a little about settings, and we'll go over those. So, for example, what I used to do before I got the 4090 graphics card is, obviously I have the 4K monitor, so my base canvas resolution does not change. If you have a 1080p, yours would be 1920 by 1080, for example. But then if you do want to downscale, because the maximum I could stream with my earlier graphics card, or maybe if you the 36 samples is definitely higher quality, but specifically, especially that frame rate be a little higher if you're that my hard. So then yeah, those will be your settings for the video